What is up, everybody? It's been 4 months since I've started on this suspension. Let's see if it's finally time for this thing to go up in the air. I'm Derek, and this is Wells Built Garage. Starting this channel to kind of document kind of my point of view on what I do in my shop, and working on this 41 Ford behind me. This is my project. I've been going for the last about 2 years now, and I'm going to bring you guys along to showcase what I'm going to be doing with it. Everything that I know, I'm pretty much all self-taught as far as motor work, axle work, transmissions, welding, all that. I just come out here and I just do it, and I wanted to kind of create this channel to give you guys a point of view of what I do in my shop, which I'm sure most of you do out there, and kind of relate to that. But everybody's been asking about making a series on this truck, and I figured I'd take you guys along for the ride and show you how I do it and go from there. I started this project I'd say about 2 years ago now, but I've really kind of been on and off till about the last 4 months. I really started hitting hard on doing all the suspension and doing all the mounts for the cab, and trying to essentially get this thing to be a roller. So to kind of introduce this truck, this is my 1941 Ford that used to be a fire truck that I have now pulled the cab off and have completely built a whole new frame and suspension for. It's got Super Duty axles. It's got a common rail engine, and I've got, don't mind the floorboard, but it's got an NV 5600 behind it. Going to the rear, like I said, completely custom frame. I've designed up this custom cantilever setup, horizontal bag, and this will raise and lower the truck. Custom 4-link in the rear, cradles. Moving up to the front, I just went with a traditional vertical bag. There's not as much room up here as there was in the rear, so I just stuck with something a little more simple. This is going to get a plate over it, but I will need to fully weld all this first before I cover it up. So everything right now is all tacked up suspension wise. It's all been in the testing phase. All this is getting changed out. I got 2-inch quarter wall DOM that's going into there. The plan is to do a couple more tests. I gotta change these rear brackets. Originally, when I was doing all my mock-ups, I had poly joints in here, and when I bought and put in these Johnny joints, they were about a 1/4 inch longer than what the original joints I had in here. So I need to take these off, move the whole 1/4 inch, essentially move this axle back a 1/4 inch, and then go from there. But I think we're almost to the point now where we can start finalizing a few brackets and then fully welding everything on and make this thing a complete roller. See if we can get her out of the shop. I'm still debating if I should do a truss up here. There's not a lot of room once this truck goes up, or goes down I should say. From the axle tube to the oil pan, there's a few inches, so I don't know if I'm going to risk really building a truss. I don't know if it's gonna look weird having one truss on it and not in the front though, so I may come up with something, figure that out. But I'm just ready to get this thing on its own weight completely, fully welded up, and then roll it out of the shop for the first time, because it's been on these jack stands for I'd say about a year now. So I'm pretty excited to see it almost looking like a complete truck though for the first time. This is pretty much ride height for the truck right now. It'll have about 3 inches up, 3.5, and about 3.5 going down. So it should be plenty of travel. I ended up going with Slam Specialties 8-inch travel bags, but I'm only going to use about 6.5 of the travel. That way it's not using the maximum travel on it. I don't want to risk damaging anything, and that kind of puts the bags in the sweet spot so they don't, or so when it at ride height, it's going to ride pretty good. That was the plan with it, but without me keep on yip yapping, let's get this old girl aired up and see what she does. I'm excited to see it. And there it is, all aired up. This is about 3.5 inches above ride height. So nothing too crazy. I didn't want to go real big with this one, but decent. The plan is to run 35s on it, and kind of just keep it more of a simple. It's essentially going to be looking like a old school 41 up top, and everything's going to be kind of crazy and exotic on the bottom. That was the goal with this. I mean, obviously I still got to make shock mounts for up here and for the front. Once I get my plates mounted up here, then I can make a tab to mount and still use the factory location. The way I use the bottom mount is I can still retain and use the factory sway bar mount too, but that's a little farther down the road. But yeah, I think it's pretty sweet to see it fully aired up. Like I said, it ain't a monster. It ain't like my second gen, but like I said, that wasn't the intent to do it with this truck. So yeah, I'm getting pretty stoked. She's almost there. I'm gonna roll it out of the shop. But yeah, a few more changes on some brackets and a little more testing just to make sure everything's 100% dialed, and then time to pull all this apart and fully weld it, which can't say I'm looking forward to, because it's going to be a lot of welding, but part of it, this thing will be solid, and then it's time to mess with this cab. So I think the goal after get the suspension all wrapped up is going to be pulling this cab and redoing all this floorboard. I'm cutting it all out, and then pretty much going to build all new floor. I'm going to have to make me a custom shifter at some point, but I'm going to learn how to do some body work, so that's going to be a new skill to figure out. Another thing for the cab is definitely going to get all new glass. This is all original from 41, so it's not in terrible shape, but obviously it's not legal, and this whole piece is broke. It's got the window down now, but all this is going to get replaced as well. I'm going to bring this floor up where essentially it's going to be level with this, have kind of like a little step here, but all this is going to get redone, cut out, and I'm going to attempt to bead roll it all, so we'll see how that goes. Like I said, the point of this channel is obviously to show you guys this build and the progress on this, and kind of whatever else I do in the shop, from anything from my other trucks to any custom fabrication and whatever work I decide to get done out here. I appreciate you guys watching. If you got any questions or comments on the build or anything you guys like to see, let me know down below, and I'll get back with you. Thanks for watching.